So what are the 3 steps that people need to do to interact or to work with you?
So they're more than welcome to contact us via our website,
Okay.
www.pretoriadietition.co.za.
Okay.
Can also contact me directly via my phone number 081 559 or you can, but basically from the website, we have our booking system. From there, we will have our initial consultation. Like I mentioned, it's about 90 minutes where we really go into depth about your lifestyle habits, your chronic or medical history, and your current lifestyle or your diet goals. Then we're going to do a bit of dietary education. How can we help you to achieve your goals? And lastly, negotiate how the meal plan is going to look like, because our main goal for the meal plan is it should be sustainable. It shouldn't be my version of what would work best for you. We should meet each other halfway. That's basically 80-20 rule. It's not a diet that you're going to follow for a short term, it's long term. So we need to structure something that we
Okay.
know you're going to stick to. And then lastly, we have our follow-up sessions every 4 to 6 weeks, depending on your situation, where we redo the in-body scan, further discuss dietary goals and education. And yes, that's how we basically do it.
I looked around on your website as well, and I saw that you have it very well categorized, making it simple and easier for people to get into the journey. And I saw on each category as well, on each page, you have the 3 steps so
Oh,
people can
yes.
actually see that. So I
Thank you,
really like that.
Peter.
Well done. I get like frustrated when businesses don't make it easy for you to get into the whole journey. I saw an interview of yours quite recently on Goeiemorgen, Good Morning. So just a quick one there. How was that? How did you get to doing that?
Oh, it was a great experience meeting Elsa, Roseanne, and Peter Koen. We always have lively conversations, interesting topics, what's in the news at the moment with regards to nutrition. The most recent discussion we had was sugar versus sweetness. And a few weeks ago, we also had a very interesting discussion about ultra processed foods and how we
Right,
can actually compare it, or it's very similar to cigarettes, how addictive ultra processed foods can be, and
right,
that we don't really realize that the food industry developed these processed foods to be as addictive as possible.
right.
So very interesting, lively conversations we had, and good to make the public aware
Yeah,
about the controversies
right.
about ultra processed foods, sugar, sweeteners. So no one's diet is perfect. If you wanted the
Right.
perfect diet, it will basically be free of simple sugars and also minimal non-nutritive sweeteners. But realistically, we see that won't work. There's so many hidden sugars in foods and also sweeteners in some useful products like protein shakes, for example.
Right.
We just try to advise to keep both in moderation, so you don't have to avoid completely. But
Okay.
sweetness, it's not a cure for sweet cravings.
Oh,
We should remember dopamine,
yeah,
that good feeling hormone, only lasts about a
yeah.
few seconds to 10 minutes. So that's why you want more and more and more.
Right.
It's becoming more and more challenging. Ultra processed foods are more readily available. It's easy and tasty.
Yeah.
So really
That's the
manipulated
hook, yeah.
to, that's the hook,
Right.
definitely. So food is never supposed to be digested that quickly.
Right.
So with that very quick digestion of the ultra processed foods, it doesn't really give time for the gut and the brain to communicate with each other.
Right.
Listen, you are full. So that's where we tend to overeat a lot on ultra processed foods, and there's no really benefits besides for energy, quick energy. Your
Right.
body doesn't need quick energy. So we try to combat that again by moving towards whole foods again,
Right.
which is high in fiber. The fiber helps to slow down the digestion, causing slow release of sugar in the bloodstream and time for the gut to communicate with the brain. Okay, we are
Yeah.
satisfied now. So the gut and brain is communicating the whole time with each other, and the ultra processed food system overrided that process.
That's awesome. Shani, I can hear that you love what you're doing.
I do.
I can hear it. It's so refreshing. I really like it. Why did you get into what it is that you're doing?
I truly have a passion to try to help people, guide them with nutrition that is sustainable, enjoyable, and stigma free. I think there's a lot
Okay.
of irregularities in the field of nutrition, and that's why please see a dietitian at least once in your lifetime, because the information is confusing out there. I see nutrition more than just as food. I really enjoy looking at the plate in front of me and thinking, oh wow, this color helps with my blood pressure
All
control.
right.
This color helps with my red blood cell turnover. This is for immunity. This is for energy. So really seeing nutrition as medicine, not
Okay.
just for filling my hunger or making me feel good here and there.
Yeah,
But
exactly,
there's
which is a
also
short
role.
term.
Yeah, it's a short term, but nutrition is, we also recognize nutrition is involved in a social setting, quick releases of feeling good. So we also try to address that, basically the 80-20 rule.
Right.
You shouldn't be strict, very diligent about your dietary habits. We try to really encourage a healthy relationship with food. I was privileged to grow up in a household where food was seen as medicine and we enjoyed healthy eating, but it was never regarded as we are on a diet or anything.
Right.
We never talked about needing to lose weight or, oh goodness, you're starting to pick up weight. Maybe
Right.
we should cut back on the carbs. There was
Okay.
never talks
Yeah.
about that. We ate food for our health, for our energy, for our sports.
And to try new things, try new foods and things like that.
Yes, definitely. So
Okay.
my mom, she would every year plan the recipes ahead for the year.
Oh,
December.
really?
That's how she
Oh, that's
spends her
pretty cool,
December.
though.
Yeah, just to
think-
get variety in, try new things, and yeah, structure to make sure we get a balanced diet, not too much red meat, a lot of different fibers,
Okay.
still good fish
And then so
intake.
that means she knows what's good for each person.
Definitely,
Okay.
definitely. So
Okay, that's very cool. I like that.
yeah. So she loves cooking, basically meal prepping for the week. So I think a lot of my passion came from her.
Right, yes, a
for
lot of
nutrition.
influence from there, I
Yes,
think. Eh?
definitely.
What was like the catalyst that made you feel like, you know what, I want to be a registered dietitian?
It wasn't by chance. I always thought that I would have become an engineer. I actually first studied computer engineering, and with engineering, of course, it's very secluded. You don't
Yeah.
really work with a lot of people, and I realized
A bit lonely, right?
it's lonely.
And across sectors,
Yes.
across industries, it's quite lonely, and you're like,
Yeah, you just
no.
have your computer in front of you, and that's your friend.
Yeah.
In my second year, I realized, goodness, I miss contact with people,
Okay.
and I really want to be more in a field of work where I can help people.
Okay.
So I researched a bit, which directions I can go into. And I remember one of my teachers said, "You look like a dietitian." I never knew what actually that is. It's someone that works at a spa or
Okay.
that's
okay.
mainly with weight,
Yeah.
important for weight loss. But then I thought, let me research a bit of what is dietetics. And it's such an interesting field. It's not just about weight loss,
Yeah.
which I really try and hammer on it. It's dietitians are involved in hospital settings,
Right.
in of course in weight loss, in sports settings. So all the big teams has their own dietitians.
Right.
In food industries to help the development of products, along with food scientists.
Right.
So it's a growing field, and the research is also every year
And it's
adapted. So
exactly,
you need
it's
to
evolving with the problems the challenges that are being created. For me, it was life-changing to get a dietitian involved and just look at the whole picture and give feedback.
I'm so glad that you mentioned that, Peters, because I hear sometimes from people, but they can just download a meal plan from the internet or just Google what it means to
Right.
be eating healthily.
And I was there because I was busy looking on the site. I thought, hey, download, buy this for X amount of rand. And I thought, that's a deal. I mean, I can do that and I can follow this, watch a few YouTube videos. It's not.
It's not
It's
true.
not. It's not the full immersion. You got to do the immersion.
Yes. So
You need someone to tell you, like, listen, let's see if we can fix this. Like, uh-oh. Thank you for putting it so lightly, but I really need to look at this. Yeah.
definitely.
And you want more
Yes.
time with your family, you want more enjoyment, you want more of life. You'd be silly not to try and look after yourself and the household, right?
Of course.
It's a no-brainer.
Of course. Okay, but how does your dietary habits look like
Mm.
at the moment? What is your medical history? What does your activity look like? And also to do the body composition
Yeah.
analysis, what you've mentioned. It's
Right.
a very useful technology because we know weight doesn't really tell us what's
Yeah.
going on inside the body. So it shows nicely the amount of muscle, fat, minerals in the bone, your water levels, as well as the distribution.
I saw that. It can actually tell you the different weight ratios or proportions of your body.
Definitely, and so
Which
useful.
is, yeah. It's like
So
I
that you
need to
can
work
adapt
this leg a
your-
little bit more, this arm a bit
Yes.
more, and things like
to
that.
adapt your
Very
exercise
interesting.
program and also to see, to detect resistance in fat loss early.
Ah, right, yeah.
We specifically monitor that midsection where the visceral fat is.
Right.
And we notice so many things playing a role with that. Your cortisol levels, which is your stress hormone,
Right.
insulin resistance. So as you get older, your insulin does become more resistant. Low estrogen in females as they move more into menopause.
Right.
Your sleep. Sleep has a massive
Yeah,
effect
it
on your
is.
weight management.
Yeah.
We see it's very challenging. They actually did a very interesting study where they saw people that get enough quantity and quality of sleep can lose 33% more
Right.
fat stores.
Yeah, because if you don't understand your composition to start off with, you could be doing things for other reasons
Definitely.
and missing
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, so dietitians, we basically use data from proven research and just convert it into practical guidelines for you. So if we also produce the personalized meal plan according to your body composition, your medical history, your current dietary habits, and your goals, we say it's not necessary also to follow it perfectly from the start. We just use it as a guideline
Okay.
to make smaller, simpler goals to start off with. Because
Okay.
it can be overwhelming thinking
Yeah.
about, goodness, I need to change my dietary habits. I need to start exercising more. I need to get 8 to 9 hours of sleep now
Yeah.
and good quality sleep. I need to figure out some stress management practices.
Yeah. Was there something that frustrated you? Something that you were kind of tired of seeing, either in the industry or with people, in terms of, dietetics, food, nutrition, etc., that actually got you also to, which is part of like why you got into doing what you're doing?
Yeah, quite a few things. But just to list a few, the basis of you just need to move more and eat less. It's not as simple as that to
Okay.
lose weight.
And so you maybe saw a lot of this happening from influencers and all of that. You're like, come on, guys.
Definitely. Just to be in a calorie deficit is not as simple. Your body can use either fat stores for energy or it can use muscle stores.
Right.
And really, in our practice, we really put passion on how important your muscle stores are for general health and for health in the future.
Right.
So with our goals, with the body composition analysis, with the in-body, we mainly see if we can lose fat stores. Please leave the muscles alone. Falling in too big of a calorie deficit, you will shift the body to mainly start losing muscle stores.
Right.
On a normal scale, that might look great. You lose 4 kilograms in a month, but that's not necessarily a good sign. Yeah, muscle strength and muscle volume doesn't always go hand in hand. So like I said, you can still become fitter, stronger, but we need that muscle volume for burning more energy at rest, for better insulin sensitivity. And mussels also has, in a sense, a bit of anti-inflammatory benefits to the body.
Right.
Also prevent risk of osteopenia, osteoporosis later in life, which is brittle bone disease. And yeah, it starts in your high school or your primary high
Yeah.
school to your 20s. That's the easiest time actually to build muscle stores. So that's why really, as parents, they need to encourage their children to do
Yeah.
sports. If you decide only after 30, 40, now I'm going to be
Yeah.
active.
That's just the fight is tougher.
Yeah, no, it's going to be very difficult.
Yeah. Do you have any specific type of demographic or persona that you care about helping?
My interest lies everywhere with chronic disease management and diabetes, cholesterol, help with cancer, but basically 70 to 80% of clients that we see is for weight management.
Okay.
And basically the chronic conditions that comes along with it.
Okay.
Insulin resistance.
Yes, right, yeah.
Hyperlipidemia.
Okay.
And all that.
Sure.
Yeah.
And so you stick around for the journey. How does that work on your side?
It's actually amazing to see people also across different life cycles.
And the
Struggling.
milestones as well.
Yes.
I think like rewarding to you.
So rewarding. I see a lot of women that struggles with PCOS, so polycystic ovarian syndrome, that has an
Okay.
effect with fertility issues. So it's so rewarding to see or to hear, no, they were able to get pregnant,
Oh,
healthy
really? Okay.
pregnancy, healthy delivery.
Oh, wow. Those
now,
are
and then
proper milestones.
Yes, and then to support the process of breastfeeding,
Okay.
and then support the proper growth for the baby.
Okay.
So yeah, I would say that was the most rewarding so far.
Okay.
It's actually so much to check on social media, the comments section as well. We're always a bit afraid to post a controversial topic on social media, the bunch of comments that's going to go back.
Yeah.
And just to explain a few things with a few sentences, it's very difficult. That's why we have those long sessions with our clients to really go into detail back into the science. But yeah, a lot of dietitians are sometimes under scrutiny. I know there has been a big movement with the GLP-1 medications,
Okay.
a quick weight loss method. You know, it was meant to be used for people with diabetes, but they saw, okay, well, it can also help with quick weight loss. So I think that is something we're seeing more and more. And I also, in my practice, I have a few clients that are on GLP-1 medications.
Okay.
And I really appreciate at least them coming to see me as well to really guide them in the journey. So I don't have any issues with that medication. But if you use it wrong, or you have or a wrong perception about that, you can only use the medications in order to lose weight, then we need to have a discussion.
Okay, GLP-1, can you explain a little bit more on that, just to summarize a bit?
So it's basically a diabetic medication injection. So you have to weekly inject yourself, and that basically helps to reduce your appetite. So it takes away the food noise, and it helps for your insulin to become more sensitive. So what insulin is, it's a hormone that basically takes the sugar from your starch and quickly converts it into energy. With insulin resistance, we start to see you gain weight, specifically around the midsection. So all diabetics are insulin resistant. So they need to take medication to help their insulin work better, or they physically need to inject with insulin.
Okay.
So GLP-1s are like part of those medication groups.
Okay.
So we see if you're insulin sensitive, your fat loss is supposed to be more effective. Now, the issue with the GLP-1 medications is it really does take your appetite away a lot.
Okay.
And one of the big issues that I have in practice is people eating too little, causing, again, muscle loss.
Right.
So it was a useful exercise with my clients on medications to come back, do the in-body scan and see, yes, they've lost significant amount of weight, but at the ratio of muscle to fat mass now. You mainly lost muscles, water, and minerals. Not that,
And that's not that's not the sweet spot that you're looking for,
not for
or
the
the
long
healthy.
term. And
Yeah.
that's why also a lot of doctors, they say, if you can, you have to chronically be on the medication, because 70% of people regain their weight once they stop the GLP-1 medications. And I mean, a lot of people try to use it more short term because it's expensive, anywhere from 2 to 4 grand a month for those injections.
Okay.
And it's not fun to inject yourself also every week. And you get some gastrointestinal issues as well. It slows down digestion a bit, causing more bloating, sometimes diarrhea. So we try to manage that, but with my clients choosing to go on the medications, it's fine if you've not tried everything, but you are just extremely demotivated. It's been a while now that you've been following good, healthy practices, been exercising, and you feel, okay, I just need a booster.
Right.
Then that GLP-1 medications are probably fine. But then you need the assistance with a dietitian to just make sure you get in at least the minimum amount
Yeah.
of calories required to help maintain your muscle stores as well as your good quality protein stores. So then we give some practical advice. How can you still eat enough
Yeah.
without causing too much gut upset?
Right. Yeah, it sounds like that's very important to get someone that actually knows. I think it's important with everything. Get someone that knows about this, that has good knowledge and that's registered and accountable. What is the difference between a nutritionist and a registered dietitian?
So to answer that quickly, basically dietitians are part of the HPCSA, the Health Council Board of South Africa.
Right.
So we are allowed to assist with medical conditions like diabetes, kidney failure, liver conditions. So it's a bit more on the medicine side. We can send people for blood works. We are more involved in the hospital setting. We can make meal plans for the medical condition. Nutritionists, they are not part of the health council. They are allowed to make meal plans, but they can't really help with medical, again,
Right.
conditions.
Okay. So then it sounds like that would also be the difference between a registered dietitian and a nutritionist. Not to slam nutritionists, but a registered dietitian is more regulated and legally accountable.
Legally accountable, yes. A
Okay.
nutritionist has a bit more also freedom
Okay.
with how they can go about, advertisements and so
Oh,
we,
right. Yeah. Okay.
yes, yeah.
That can
So
be dangerous, actually, if you're not responsible with yourself.
so we can't endorse any products. We
Right.
can't do direct marketing. Our main focus is the best health for the client or the
Right.
patient. So we can't financially gain. So when we recommend supplements, so we can't. We just give you the knowledge, and you can make the educated choice when choosing a supplement or also. Our private fees, it can range anywhere from 790 to about 1.5 for the initial consultation, and the follow-ups usually is about 490.
Okay.
But yes, depending on how many follow-ups and so you need. We
Right.
try to be also sensitive towards each person's financial situation. But the medical aids runs quite nice programs at the moment. With the Bonita's weight management program, Fed Health has a program, Discovery has a program. So if you maybe ask your medical aid if there's any benefits to seeing extra benefits to seeing the dietitian that it
Okay.
doesn't come out
So
of your
relevant to
savings.
you on your scheme and all your points, everything, whatever the whole landscape is for you.
Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, so they usually the program runs seeing a dietitian and a biokineticist because we see it's not just nutrition that's going to help you. You
Right.
really need to be active as well. So I also don't
Right.
agree with that. It's 80% diet and 20% exercise. I also wish I saw a dietitian when I was in high school. Of course, my family, like I said, helped me a
Yeah.
lot, but there's really like
Metrics data that you can
yes,
get into.
yes, for
You know?
sports especially, I would have done
Yeah.
much better in my
Yeah.
sports if
Performance.
I had the knowledge
Exactly.
back
Right.
then. Yes, so
Exactly.
a lot of misconceptions is I had the misconception of if you eat late in the day, you will gain weight, or um, didn't realize how important enough protein is in your diet. Didn't really do the right things for optimal recovery after my sport. So it's yeah, everyone at least I think needs to see a dietitian once in their lifetime, especially if you've been diagnosed with a chronic condition, diabetes or so. But we want to be preventative. Dietitians are involved in the preventative nutrition side as well as the management side of any condition.
And you focus on both domains.
Both domains.
Okay.
Yes, yes. But always going to a local green grocer to buy your fruits and fresh fruits and vegetables, it will work out cheaper than going to the mainstream shopping. So I know my mom, for example, to bring her back, she goes to 3, 4 different places where she found, okay, where's the most affordable protein sources? Where's the most affordable
Right.
fruits and
Oh, that's very
vegetables,
cool.
grains, your nuts? Yes, so
Sounds
you
like
need
she
to.
should be like a bit of a blogger or
I
vlogger or
think
something.
so.
I think she should get. I think we should get her in here also sometime.
I think so. No, she teaches me a lot still.
Yeah, we need to. It's good to listen to people and run ideas off each other and things like that, especially when the pressure is a little bit on. And I think the pressure's on in our economy, in the world's economy, actually. And I mean, what comes out of the earth, I tell you what, you feel so nourished after you've had vegetables
Yeah.
that's grown
It's
out of the soil.
much more nutritious, freshly picked, because as soon as your vegetables from the shops, well, where it's picked from the farms, that day one it starts losing their nutrition value, and we
Yes,
don't know
right.
how long has it been in
And you don't know what
transport,
was sprayed on it and
unsprayed
things
on
like
it.
that. I mean, we
Yes.
use like the ladybugs and the marigolds and things like that to help with other
Yes, then
bugs
the
and other.
natural pest.
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I also started making my
Oh,
own
awesome.
vegetable garden. I was mostly excited for the cherry tomatoes to come because that is expensive. And it's such a nice
Yes.
snack to pack in on a daily
Yeah.
basis. But I think with all the rain we've been having here in Joburg and
Yeah.
Pretoria, the tomatoes just didn't want to come.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw this morning my first
Oh, is
tomatoes
it?
has arrived.
Oh, awesome. That's great. I'm so glad it happened on
Yeah.
this day.
On this
On
day,
this
it's
day.
a sign.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Yes.
Yeah,
That's
so
my gift. Thank
definitely.
you for that.
But I also want to say, like, I'm not encouraging everybody to have their own vegetable garden because you can also probably relate. It's a lot. It's hard work.
It is difficult.